All right, and we are live. All right. So, did you read the minutes from last meeting?
I did not. I didn't bring my book. It's just been one of those days.
So you need some paper.
Maybe.
Okay, I guess we will postpone reading and approving the last meeting's minutes to next time, and we'll do two meetings. All right. So we're waiting on the mowing contractor. He said he would be here, so we'll cover a couple other things I had since we were meeting. So just an update, the 4-year audit, and y'all seen the emails and stuff on that. I don't know if he sent out a final thing to you. You guys
Haven't gotten anything else.
Okay. So everything looked good. He had no issues. The exit interview thing, so it looked great. So we can do that just fine, which didn't expect not to. Just an update, since y'all like to know, we have received a couple $100 checks that we're supposed to get for burials. The people already had their plots, so they weren't buying plots. So we did get those. The April 29th, I will be attending the statewide trustee meeting. So, mandatory meeting things now. And I should have pulled up the new law that passed. I should have had that done for me. So it looks like we might, just preliminary look, we might be okay and not forced to merge with another township. So it's if I remember right, it's a point system thing, and I don't remember if points are good or bad, but it's like 4 points was the thing. Went through it, so you got bad marks for things like you didn't have a candidate on the ballot. So it's important that you actually file for. So I don't know if you guys did that for this year. I did, but they went back and looked and did several years back for township assistants. So long as you did township assistants within a certain period of years. So we did good on that. Let's see, what were some of the other things in the bill? With the law now. We do not have a fire department that we manage. So that was a strike against us. Contracting is not considered, so like Allen Township has a fire department that the trustee manages. So I think some other things.
Does it go into effect July 1st? Like most things they pass?
I don't know. But, so I don't know. So unless they change it in the bill, townships have always been able to merge, but they can't do it in an election year. So this is an election year, so it can't actually happen this year. So I know we got dinged on the population thing, but I don't even think that made it into the law. But the original, the one bill, every township in the county got hit on the population thing. So it looks like we'll be all right. The initial estimate is like there's 300 and some townships that are going to be affected in the state. So, another thing was, if you didn't actually do your budget process. So I know there's at least one township in the county that repeatedly does not do the budget process. They just let them do the year before one, the default. So that actually counts against you for not actually going through the budget process. So we always go through the budget process.
And there's somebody that, a township that never goes through the budget process?
Well, it's when I see on the list of, hey, you haven't done it. Hey, you haven't done it. So I'm assuming it, but yeah. So so technically, if you don't want to change anything, you can just, we're not gonna mess with it, and then they'll give you the previous year's budget. But we always make changes and go through the process. So, I mean, if you look at it, it's hitting, there are some deadbeat trustees and townships out there that don't do anything. So it'll now nab on those. So.
How many can be merged together? Like, don't know.
The biggest thing I see with the problem is every single legal description of property named township. So how's that going to happen when two townships merge? How's that work? They have to rewrite every legal description.
Or is it just like Perry Allen Townships?
And it's township, range, all that stuff.
Right.
Well, even if they do that, then they still have to rewrite all legal descriptions.
And who runs? Anybody within those two townships can be
So
trustee?
this was apart from the law. If townships merge, the one that's accepting another township, well, I mean, they can agree. I mean, you could choose which trustee. But the board has, so
Wow.
like if we merge with Allen and they were taking us as merge, then they would run until the next election cycle with 4 board members, and one of them would be one of our board members. And then the process would
Start over.
Yeah, so Ethan sent me the copy of the law, and I haven't sat down and read through it, but we kind of went through it.
But it did pass.
It did pass, yes. So it was not, the House one was horrible. It was the one based on population. The Senate one was better, made more sense. That's the one the ITA was behind. And it kind of ended up being a mixed version. So our representative voted against it. So, give him kudos for that. All right. So, before you roll money contract, Trader Barrels meeting. All right. And now we're in for the contracting stuff for cemeteries. So Adam is here. So for those watching the recording, right. So just some history. 2024 contract, which was a different contractor, was $7,000. 2025 contract was $6,600. So the current contractor is asking for a $3,000 increase over last year. And that's why we had a meeting tonight to discuss that large increase. With perspective, the professional service that had license, bonding, insured, and all that stuff that did last year was at $8,400. So you want to explain the $3,000 increase? And
I mean, 6,600 was a bit low last year, and I did do a lot of work on the cemeteries. Some days were hard and some days were nice.
So did you keep track of your expenses? And
Yes. It came around 4250, I believe it was.
Of expenses?
Yes.
Just with gas and,
With the gas, and then I
you
had
spent $4,200 in just gas?
Well, I had bills and stuff, like, stuff into my truck and all that, like tires, a drive shaft. I broke a drive shaft, and that really killed me.
With mowing the cemeteries?
Mhm. Yeah, and then I bought a lawnmower for $1,600. A 1966 wheel horse, 1276.
So that wasn't all
Yeah.
just normal stuff. That was capital
Yeah,
outlay.
if you want me to, I can drop all that, and the real price is, I think, 2467, something like that.
What you spend on fuel.
Yeah, yep.
And
That's the real price.
And how many hours did you have in it? Did you figure that, what you were kind of doing?
It took me about everything. I probably would say at least 500 hours, at least. It took me. Because once I got my lawnmower, I thought it would be better than the one that we have now. It took me like 6 hours compared to like the one that we had. I could get it done in 2. And then the one that I bought, obviously it was up to 4. Went from a went from a twin cylinder motor to a 1-cylinder. And then the deck size was from 54 to 48. So, yeah. And then of course the speed, if you should know that, and the fuel. I went from 4 miles an hour to 2, and for fuel mileage, I could get 4 rows done with the big mower. So pretty much I could go down, back, and then down again. That's pretty much between the 2 tombstones. That's with the big mower. With my mower that I bought, I could pretty much hit 2.5, and that'd be it. It just, run out of gas there. Walk back to the truck and trailer, get a gas can, fill it up. That's the reason why it took me so long.
It takes that much fuel on that mower.
It's a 1-cylinder, and I tempered with the carburetor as much as I could to get a better fuel mileage out of it. It just isn't working. But now I'm working my butt off over at Metzger Action, and I'm saving up for a twin-cylinder 670 Predator motor that I'm going to mount onto the motor. So I'm still going to use the same motor because obviously it's a smaller deck, but it's going to get a better fuel mileage and better horsepower. I'm going from 14 horse to about 28 horse.
It was only you're wanting us to fuel capital improvement kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Not really changing fuel or anything like that. Which normally a business, when they do capital equipment, stuff like that, it's spread out over jobs.
Yeah.
Not just one job. That's a huge increase. That puts us almost our entire cemetery budget just on mowing.
And if we're gonna buy a mower and stuff as a township, then we're gonna buy a mower for the township, not for somebody else.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
capital equipment, stuff like that. If you're buying a mower, okay, it's gonna cost you this much money. All right, it's gonna last me this many years. All right, it's gonna take me this many years to recover the cost of that. You're not gonna, 1 year I'm gonna recover the whole thing,
The mower was a great purchase that I made. I mean, it came with 4 other attachments, of course. It came with the mower deck itself, and then it came with a front bush hog, a snow blower, and then obviously a generator, which was pretty cool.
so in the past, have we ever had anybody raise the mowing without taking bids as a contractor?
Oh, we've done it. within $1,000 kind of deal, you know. That I remember.
I remember doing a fuel surcharge, like
Right, yeah.
paying that.
When fuel went up a couple years ago, instead of changing the contract, we just asked for a submission saying, okay, this is what I use. Like you said, you spent 2,500 on fuel roughly.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Now this year I spent 3,000 on fuel, and so we said, okay, we'll give you an extra $500. Kind of deal. The way we did that in the past.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I was just wondering if we have somebody that wants to raise it, especially that much, do we have to rebid?
That's what I was wondering. I don't know. That's what happened to me. So, because that, yeah. I mean, if you come in, okay, I want to bring it up to the 7,000 or something like that, then okay, no problem. I just made it out and done it, and I don't think it would have a problem. But $3,000 increase, which is almost half again as much. Yeah, I don't know the ruling on that. So, problem is mowing season officially starts in a week,
Wow.
April 1st. We have to advertise 2 weeks for a bid. So the wonderful local paper only prints once a week. So we would get it in. Where's my phone? Oh, it's right there. Are you hearing this okay, Rick?
Yeah.
Okay.
Here, I'll get it.
Yeah.
I'll hold it.
So that would put us in the 2 Wednesdays in a row. That would be 30th.
Calendar.
The
Okay.
first.
The first would be
And the
first
15th.
bid.
First and the 15th.
First posting, and then the 8th.
I think there was
And we'd
one,
have to give more than, okay, it'd have to be due after the 8th, and say like the 10th.
I think there was one year when I was trustee that we did not get a mower until later in the season. So it seems like we paid somebody to mow the first couple times.
Like a
Since-
one-off thing.
Yes, while we were going through the process.
You might have to do that, so. Yeah, there was, like, 3 years ago, I had somebody ask me about mowing. And so I had a contract for a year. If we ever bid, I would let him know, and then I didn't write down who it was. But he was only wanting to do Gilead, and I said, yeah.
Oh,
I said,
that
yeah, I
was-
do all four.
That was Sulfur.
Was it so?
I think it was Sulfur.
Yeah, I told him, you gotta do all four.
Yeah.
So what's the pleasure of the board?
I think we should probably bid.
Okay,
Probably what?
I think we should probably bid.
No. Well, I was looking at it at that $8,400 bid last year. And I think if we would have awarded that last year, those guys would have come back wanting more this year. So I think we don't need to look at this as like a $3,000 increase. Let's look at it, the 84 versus the 96. Because if nobody else would have bid, we'd awarded that contract last year for 8,400.
But they are also licensed, insured, and all that extra stuff that they've had to pay for to do that.
Yeah, but that's not a requirement, is it, to bid on it?
No.
No.
But those guys are in the business. The only reason they bid is because I think they've got the contract for that substation at Disco. So it was kind of a no-brainer for them to bid on the cemeteries that were going to be right there. Because there's no way that, and I think they were from Anderson, weren't they?
Rochester.
Rochester.
Yeah.
Well, I thought there was did somebody inquire?
There's
for
one from
200?
down around Indy that asked for the bid sheet, and I sent it to them, and they never responded.
Oh, okay, I had it mixed up with, yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at a contract, they've actually got extra stuff than what we have.
Yeah,
Air blowing off, fertilization, insect control of turf, replacement of turf,
they were gonna do all of that?
weed control and fertilization. Wow, yeah.
What was the weed control? Because what was they gonna spray?
I'd probably throw weed and, what is that called?
Weed and feed.
Weed and seed or something. I don't know what they were. It
Like
just,
fertilizer?
I mean, there's,
Yeah,
I never even noticed all that extra on there until just now.
Which I'm willing to come down on the price,
Neil and Joe.
but
Just
it makes it better. 1,600 at least.
Okay.
So 66 plus 16 is what you're saying?
Yeah,
66 plus 16.
So 8,200,
yeah, about there.
that would be 8,200.
8,000 or 8,200.
I mean, I'd be good with that because if y'all are, but I'm looks.
You have to pay,
Say
you
what?
have to pay to put the stuff in the paper? Or no?
Yeah.
Yes?
You have to run an ad.
And how much is that?
It's per
I could
inch.
look it up, but it was all combined with annual report and
Oh,
bidding, so I would have to. I don't remember how much. It was like $300 some, but part of that was annual report. So the annual report this year was like 118. So I just looked at that. So it was like $200, but
It was that much now for a little ad. I thought it was like $10. That's what I remember from doing the mowing ad.
it was. It cost us $118.31 to post the annual report this year. So if we did that, it would save us the bidding and all that. $200 roughly.
how do you mow every week or you
Yes, I know.
check them out and see if they need it or?
It's every week, pretty much on the same day.
Okay.
If it's not on the same day, it's the day before or the day after.
Are you weed eating all the time?
Yes. All the time, yes. See, work doesn't bother me. I love doing it. That's what I love about it.
I did have to call you once about the weed eating last year, so. I was over there, and grass was like this tall between the tombstones. So it's a pleasure of the board. He's changed the price increase to 82.
He said or 8.
Yeah.
He said go to 8.
I'm just the worker. You're the king, is what I'm saying. I'm just letting you pick the price. I say it, and then if you want to go lower, we can go lower. If you just want to go a little bit
What was
higher,
what was last year's?
6,600.
66. And the previous year was 70. So.
Yeah.
So if you went to 8, you're
Different
increasing
contract.
$1,000, but you know gas is a little higher.
I say 8.
Yeah, I got gas the other day, 419.
And we don't know what the summer is gonna do,
But it
so.
was 409 in Rochester this morning. So.
When you only have a 20-gallon fuel tank, it's pretty nice.
Is that a motion to accept the 8,000?
I'm fine with that.
was there a motion for 8,000?
Do you have thoughts?
Pardon?
Do you have thoughts?
I said, was that a motion for 8,000?
It was, Ashley made a motion for 8,000.
I'll second that.
You're the chairman, Ashley.
Yeah. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. I forgot I was doing I did that.
Motion passes.
Okay. And you're, all right, the only other thing I have on the impromptu agenda here is the next meeting date, just a reminder. We had set at the last meeting to be May 2nd, 9 a.m. at the Gilly Cemetery. To be cleaning up, preparing for Memorial Day. Then we're going to have any.
We said 9, right?
9 a.m.
Mhm.
All right.
May 2nd.
Start to clean up. Anybody else have anything they need to bring up? I have, go ahead.
He said he didn't have anything.
Oh, okay. If you want, thought maybe somebody would ask us the balances of the funds for the end of February. Obviously, I haven't done the March stuff yet, but because I don't have the bank statements. So. All right.
So I do have a quick question.
Okay.
So I don't remember what we budgeted for cemetery, but we're okay with what we just did. For what was
We don't have
budgeted.
any big, if we have any big stuff, we'll just have to do an additional appropriation.
Okay.
So
Which we can take it from rainy day fund if we need to without, because you budgeted some for that.
Let's see what's on there. But it's,
I don't see that. Yeah, but we don't.
Cemetery fund. We have 11,000 budgeted.
11 budgeted.
So, expense.
With the flags or the paint or
Did you get paint again for this year?
No.
It wasn't.
Oh, that was to Andy for snow plowing.
Oh.
When we had a funeral
Oh.
to clear the snow.
Which you may have to get some of the racks.
Yeah, I know.
Before you know. I don't want it to hurt your mower, so.
I like sharpening blades. It's the
Oh,
fun of
well.
Oh, you mow the first time, then I take the blade.
Yeah.
Stick some rock but yeah, so we spent 75 with 11,000. But we, the 100 was last year, I think, and then the other one was this year. So the fees we get for burials, so that.
Is the flag you had from last year gonna work, or you get a new one?
I still haven't brand new, I haven't put it up yet. The weather was so cold and
But
windy,
the-
I'm like, I ain't putting the flag
the
up,
string
and I
is
ain't going
good.
over there messing with the thing in the cold
You
either.
put a new string on it though, didn't you?
I've done it twice.
That's what I
This
thought.
time I'm gonna get it.
I try to keep an eye on it as much as I can from the house, if it's still, you know.
I replaced the rope twice, the brand new rope. And put 8 on it this time. So. Yeah, this winter it was so cold, I'm like, I'm not going to.
it's been so windy this
Yeah,
year.
it's windy. So.
Yeah.
All right, is there anything else? No. All right, Mr. Chairman, we calling it closed?
Calling it adjourn.
Oh, good.
What you need?
Pull it to print the contract. I don't see it.
When do you pay that?
June 1st and August 1st. Wow. Right. Yeah, it's hooked up. Give it a grenade. All right, so as the meeting is closed, right?
Yep.
All right, then I can say in stream. All right,